Hello everyone, this is Surf, and today, mod of the day, another total conversion, which is my personal favorite type of mod, Princes of Darkness. I like showing off other people's work and talking about how good it is and how much I appreciate it. So let's hop into a new game, and there's three start dates, two in 1230 AD, January 4th and January 5th. Not much is here other than as opposed to these two start dates, not much is here aside from giving you who is where in the world. If you wanted to be a vampire, the most prominent of which of all of these can be found here, and if you wanted to be like an inquisitor, the most prominent of those can be found here. There's also another one, the Patron War, taking place about like 150 years in the future. So in this world, the entire sort of Earth is taken over by vampires in this little universe thing. And so basically, we're gonna see this when we get inside of the game. Every world leader is basically a vampire except for these Inquisitor factions, and we'll be using the Inquisitor sort of start today, and we'll track their progress and see if they're able to liberate the Earth or are conquered themselves by the evil, ravenous vampires. The Patron War is a little bit meta. It's not canon. This is just for the patron supporters on Patreon of this mod and what they wanted to see. And so this is very unique. Like this whole guy here who's all about this fleet, and we have Hannibal Barca over here trying to reinstate Carthage, and some other things going on here. We got a pharaoh, pretty cool. But yeah, this whole mod, all of it, is based off of several vampire themed games and their sort of culture and all that. So let's get over here. And something I'm also going to show you is the character creation, because there's some very unique character creation specifically around vampires and all of that. And as you can see, the map, this is not my camera, this is the game. It's supposed to be this sort of drab and dark. It's much, the lighting is much darker than the regular game to reflect the sort of, how do I put it, the theme of the game, because the world's been taken over by evil or whatever. So let's do something, let's make a character, because I want to show you all these different places. So you can create your own ruler. Here we have our mans. And what we're going to do with this guy is he's going to be a dude, correct? And we're going to change his appearance. He's going to be northern, customize further. He's going to have to be bald as soon as I find the hairstyle. Like no hair and no beard, just so I can show off all of this. And we got different things like monstrous head, monstrous face, monstrous limbs. You can have a cone head. Do you want cone head? That could be cool. Do you want horns? They've got them. There's not a real horn texture, it just moves this part of their face. Same with all of these, like the jaw spikes, like, and then some of these you get wide head, nose ferratu, head curvature forward. This is a monstrosity. I don't know what's up. And we have nose ferratu jaws. I don't know what these do. Me and I've never heard that word before. Okay. And then some of these. Okay. You want your guy to look weird? We've got it. That's some. I'm gonna have nightmares about this. I'll tell you what. I don't know what's going on. I am not a part of these games. That's hilarious. You know, pointy ears. You can be like an elf person. Whatever this is. This. Uh, vicissitude long brain, vicissitude wide brain. You'd be like an alien. You can be like a gray alien type looking guy. Monstrous face. You can make your eyes go slant. Lip spikes. It's like a handlebar mustache, but for your skin. eye splices all the way this way. I'm not gonna show you all of these, but you know, serpentine jaw. You can do one of these. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm getting out of here. In terms of limbs, there's only you could be like really long arms. So for that being said, I'm out of here. Let's observe. We're gonna pretend like that didn't happen, and we're gonna get right into it. There we go. There we go. So, in terms of religion here, all of these guys are like vampires or ghouls or something, except for this Inquisition religion. As you can see, you go here. You can tell by this little symbol here, the vampire, and then like all of these guys are vampires. It doesn't matter who you are. The only people that don't have it are people like the Inquisition who have the hunter symbol here. They've got this here. Where can I find the other one? I believe there was one stated around this area in terms of notable people within the Inquisition. Okay, there's one. Yep, this is here. The Red Order, who's a hunter right there. And then we have the Sword of St. James over here, another hunter. And then lastly, the Knights of Acca, another hunter. It's like Crusaders. They stand alone against the world, really. In terms of cultures, it's basically no change, honestly. There's no sort of fantasy cultures that I know of. That I know of. I could be wrong around here. Like maybe Latgullian, maybe. Maybe. I don't have a side by side of the Crusader Kings vanilla map, so I'm not sure. In terms of houses, there's not a ton. There's the House of Odin. That's pretty cool. And there's a guy up here who I think is kind of funny. He's this ghoul-looking guy. He's a Nosferatu guy. Everyone else though looks pretty normal. Like there's this guy. He's Gangrel. He's like a werewolf person. That's something. And so we're just gonna see how this all plays out. We're gonna watch the wars, and we're gonna see who's a vampire and who isn't. Also, all vampires are immortal. All vampires are completely immortal. And there's this little masquerade exposure, which the people will figure out if you're a vampire or not. And all the world leaders are vampires. The vast majority, like I said, there's a couple exceptions. However, the whole vampires deal is that they're trying to make sure nobody knows that they're vampires. And so everyone's sort of hidden. And that might change as the game progresses, but we shall see. There's Midgard. They're Norse. What is their religion? Einherjar? Okay, that's pretty cool. Ooh, early big gains for House Marnau. Now they've got basically all of Czechia, but there's still a long ways to go. They've still got to convert all of that. So I've been looking into the religions, and I thought they were pretty cool because a lot of them still try to adhere to sort of real world, not real world, but like real religious confines, even though they are vampires. Such like a lot of these guys. These guys, for example, don't. These are Norse vampires. It serves a reminder of ancient ethics for the All Father gave them. So they're like vampires, but Asatru vampires. The road to Set, which is the Setites, right here, and that's like the ancient Egypt cult-like organization worshiping liberators of all mankind. The Shadow Inquisition, which was created by the Catholic Church in the Dark Medieval period, realizing just how much of a threat these vampires are to sort of real society. Then there's the sort of the Regals, who are they believe the best way to control their sort of vampireness is to control others, and they see humans as inferior. What else? There's a lot of Vayas right here, such as like the way of Feritas, Ferals, the way of Ferals, the savage, the most prone to unleashing the beast in fits of rage, and the beast is like their vampire form, really. The way of the horse, way of path of chivalry, believes that as superior beings because they see themselves as vampires being superior to regular non-vampires. They're beholden to defend those lesser than them. So it's kind of honorable. There's like a spectrum of honor among these guys. Some guys like the Regals are just really just blanket evil, while others are like try to do what they can with their vampireness to protect people. And that's pretty cool. There's some like uh Via Christi, which is basically Christianity, but they incorporate their vampireness into it. And we'll see if I can find it right quick. Yeah, right here. The Canaanites who were Christian in life chose to adhere to the path of Christ unto the assumption that God's plan in the world includes vampires, and the remaining obedient will help them control their vampireness. And I thought that was pretty cool. Ooh, big gains for the Inquisitors. They have taken all of England somehow. I don't know how they did it, but this guy, the Hunter, has taken all of England. He's French. Okay, French culture. These guys are Catalan. What would you call these guys? I guess the Sisters of Saint John are Catalan, and the Inquisition's Bavarian. I, I'll have to review the footage. I'll really have to review the footage. I do not know how they pulled that off, but they're getting unfortunately for them, I'm going through a lag spike. They are okay. Never mind. I think when I first got through this, were fighting a ton of rebellions, and they still kind of are, but it's all sort of interfaction rebellions. Once Inquisition takes more of this area and is able to rid themselves of the vampire religions, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Path of the Heavenly Abode, that's pretty cool. Are they? I assume they're vampires. Yeah. So followers of this path believe that in order to truly save a soul, the mortal body must be destroyed as soon as their soul has found redemption in order to prevent further corruption. Okay. I don't understand, but okay. So if someone converts to Christianity, they must be killed so they can go to heaven. That's something. Alrighty. Oh, there's more Norse over here. Okay. I wasn't really sure how much this spread, but it looks like there's a whole band, a width of people. The Tyrannus. Via Tyrannus. Let's read what that is. Reputation, fierce, controlling, power hungry. The scions of Path of the Tyrant are also among more honor bound of Via. So they're an offshoot of Via Regalis. One of them has an obligation that would be kept regardless of the cost. Okay, this is much better than I thought it was. This is sort of much more reasonable than it came off as, having your religion be called the Way of the Tyrant. But okay. Oh, and the baronies of Avalon, which is what England started as, has been pushed all the way over here, and so they're still hidden. No one knows that they're vampires. Oh, a gangrel. Okay, this lady is. Oh, this character is ancient because they can live forever. So their age is question marks. Okay. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like it. All right, 53. And the Akuli Dei have. Oh no. They've just become Germany. We've lost the Akuli Dei. But House Moran has made gains right here in the middle of the territory. Those poor people. They're nowhere to be found in the sort of county level. They've been replaced. They've been kicked out of the job. Those poor people. Ooh, Wessex. Are they? Okay, this guy's just nothing. That's interesting. He's immortal. An ordinary human being. Such short lives. He's a peasant leader. Okay, so this guy led a successful rebellion against England. this rector guy. But they're also suffering vampire incursions. We'll see if they can't win or lose. Let's check these Irish places. Okay. So there's a Nosferatu. This guy is also a regular old vampire. And this guy, or this lady, is the gangrel that we saw earlier. Okay, okay, okay. Very, very cool. You'd love to see it. Ooh, okay. He knows about blood sorcery. Probably want to stay away from that guy. He looks pretty kind of weird too. The Giovanni family. What a bunch of weirdos. Okay. Okay, these guys are like these guys are more special than I gave them credit for. There's New Lacedaemonia. If you're not familiar with the Lacedaemonians, those are the ancient names for the Spartans. That's what ancient sources called Sparta, Lacedaemonia. Fun fact there. Something cool here, the people that now sort of inhabit the city of Rome and the surrounding areas, the Via Picati, have this religion called Picati, and the religion is the same name as their thing, their country. And what they do is they sort of do whatever they want, no matter who they hurt. And this is sort of, I guess, aside from the Regals, this is sort of the most blanket evil faction religion that we get. And failure to do so makes their condition worse, which means morals, ethics, and laws usually go ignored when it comes to sort of controlling themselves through this thing. Still, nobody knows that they're a vampire somehow. And this guy is starving for blood. What a poor guy. Definitely a game I'd recommend, or definitely a mod I would recommend. Look at this, is crazy. And they're slowly taking over the British Isles, the continent. Look at that. Let me see if I see anything else. So these guys are still over here, being the Inquisition over here. These guys have been taken over. Oh no. The county of the Golden Cross. Yeah. Okay. No. A Toreador. A clan of vampires known for being some of the most beautiful. Okay. Emotional glamorous of their kindred. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. What about this? Hungry, you're hungry for blood. People are suspicious. People know that she might be a vampire. That's crazy. Oh, threatened. This lady's been threatened. They know they're coming after her. Hidden. Oh, suspicious. What about you? I saw this too. Imperiled. What about you? Suspicious. Okay. Infected wound. Okay. Is this lady mortal? No, she's a vampire, but I guess she's a new one. I guess she's a new vampire then. I'm looking at all of her stuff. I don't know. I don't know why it shows her age if she's a vampire. Huh. It looks like some vampires do show their age though, because this guy's a vampire and he's 388 years old. Oh my lord, what are you? What are you? I don't know what to think about this. I didn't find this in the character creation. What is this? What is this? Oh no, he's aging. Hold on, let me pause it. Okay. Plan of feudal etiquette, sadistic flesh shaping, vampire, yes. Animalistic advanced. Being closer to animalistic nature, this not allows them to communicate but gain dominance over creatures. Horrifying powers available to the Canaanites. Not Canaanites, but Canaanites. Okay. Auspicious advanced. What exactly makes them the way that they are? Like, what is this guy doing that makes him look like this? And what about you? Is that like a lady one? I assume. Okay, no, I think this is a dude. I don't know what's going on. What is this? Like, I'm scared. I'm scared. What is this? Maybe this has something to do with their religion. The Manus, the Black Hand in Latin. Death cult devoted to the worship of Cabal of beings known as the Arolu. believe I'm just figuring this out along with you guys. That's what I'm saying. How are people suspicious? Like they can just see this guy and know what he is, and it's not human. Not necessarily, anyway. All right, let's look at the religion. Khaldun is what it is officially. Human sacrifice, pursuit of knowledge, conviction, and instinct. Who else knows about Khaldun? Okay. Oh no, these guys are formerly Regalis, but this guy was Khaldun. Okay. So maybe the Khaldun have this guy's got pointy ears. Maybe not. Maybe it's just these guys. This is the first time I've seen that. I think I played this once before and watched it go. Ooh, House Marnu is under threat. They've lost the majority of their they've lost their holdings in Francia. This is bad for them. Oh no, did they just lose a bunch of territory? I think they're back to their original, just less than their original territory. Poor House Marnu. The Duchy of Man. Via Hyron. The Road of the Hive. Okay. Exclusively by the Bali, the Order of Moloch. Moloch. The road preaches all-encompassing loyalty to the bloodline as a whole. Main reason for this is that the great works that the Bali want to achieve cannot be claimed alone when they want to appear in the work of others. Okay, so they all sort of, what happened to you, lady? She's a lunatic, that's something. Kind of can it curse on insanity, okay. Okay. Cain's curse, bought them from creation. What a world. If all else fails, I guess the British Isles will be a bastion for Inquisition. That's all you can really hope for, as long as they don't get snuffed out, you know? You know? Inquisition's still here. Like the Courts of the Golden Cross hasn't wiped them out, really. It looks like they've lost a little bit of territory just recently. These guys here, the Red Order. We're already 22 minutes in, and I have just had too much to say about this mod. This is not even a very good observer only. I'm just talking and discovering things along with everybody else. This is pretty good. Pretty good. I definitely recommend this mod. It's one of the better ones I've seen in terms of total conversion. I'd highly recommend this mod if you like vampires and all that kind of wildness. 1274. This lady's been exposed. I don't know what this means. I don't. She's been exposed. She's been exposed. Does that mean everyone's gonna rise up and try to kill her? Or is everyone just paralyzed in fear? Not gonna do anything. This guy's, people are suspicious of him. I don't really know. It's not clear through sort of descriptions what that means. Ooh, and Midgard really won out in Scandinavia. I've noticed that. All right, year 1306, and I've got good news and bad news. I'll start with the bad news. The bad news is that the Knights of Akka have been completely taken out, and same with, or nearly the same with these guys, the Sword of St. James over here. Good news is House of Mornhau have gotten a lot of their land back over in Germany. They've still lost some, but they've got some back. And England has continued to push up and secure more and more of the British Isles. Also, the Red Order has made some gains. They've lost some territory, it seems, but they've managed to make what would you say, a border region, cutting off Italy from other places. The Sea of Shadows is something, are people I was looking at recently, or yeah, and they used to have a lot of lower Italy here and Sicily, but now they just have this Algerian territory and this sort of Thracian, I guess you could say, territory right here. Let's see what Sicily is. Sicily's not much going on. They're prodigal. via humanitatis. Okay. Use the human condition to fight their beasts, remembering that they were ordinary mortals before being sown with Cain's curse. They place an emphasis on human virtues such as freedom. And these guys aren't so bad. And I see they've got a little Romulus and Remus sort of coat of arms going right there. Also, it looks like Iceland has come down to Scotland and got some territory up in the Pictlands over here in these islands. Midgard continues to expand. They've now got territory in Pomerania-ish area. Here's something that I encountered with this mod, and I'm not sure if it's a bug or if these people are actually invisible, because sometimes I think vampires can be invisible, but they're invisible, and you can only see their headgear. No clothes from what I've found, but just invisible. He changed his hat. Can you believe that? Let me see if I can find anyone else. Let me go around here. Let me see if I can find anyone else who's either invisible or a horrible, misshapen looking monster. Here's this guy. I don't know if that was the same guy or not. But I've only seen it happen up here in like these northern areas. There's a siege going on there. Can you believe that? And over here, over here. I've only seen it like, yeah, like in the far north. These invisibility people coming around. Beep, beep. Oh, this guy's skinny. Look at him. He's got a cool coat of arms though. That's pretty cool. What is he? He's a Nosferatu kind of guy. So, alright. Alright, I'll take it. Okay, I found another invisible person. This time they're in sort of sub-Saharan Africa, which blows my theory out of the water that it's only up in the north. And so he's invisible, and there are these vampire VO'd kind of dragon guys again. The alien hunter. Oh, the alien hunger. Okay, the alien hunter. Are we aliens now? That's hilarious. Alright, 1338. I've just discovered another religion that we ought to keep track of, and this is the Forsaken, scourges of the Cainite race. The Forsaken are a group of people that believe in this Bogomil heresy, and they want to bring about the destruction of Cain's children, who are the vampires. They believe in a dualist philosophy and also observe harsh poverty upheld by most Bogomils. And so there's only two states that control this religion that I see, which is the Forsaken, the Calomena's Forsaken, and the Duchy of Sirmia, none of which are vampires. One is a hunter. Good for him. Oh, okay, they're both hunters. I just didn't see that. So good. This is something, the Forsaken are another group that we really should keep an eye out on. 1344, and fun fact, one of the first Inquisitor states to sort of be snuffed out was the Knights of Acca up here in Cyprus and Rhodes. However, if you look at the Great Houses map, or just the houses map, the Knights of Acca are the sort of the ones in charge of England. And I thought that was pretty crazy. I didn't know what to think about that. House of Rector Ruger of England, the Knights of Acca. It's pretty. I did not expect. I was surprised. I had to turn this around right when I saw it. Also, the House of Odin is looking pretty good. They involve multiple nations around here, and I thought as far as down as like Novgorod, which is I think is pretty cool. Midgard now taking the entirety of Germany for the House of Odin. Absolutely massive development. The fiefs of the Black Cross, the sort of the empire of the Black Cross is just a shadow of its former self, now all turning into the Einherjar sort of faith. And you can see it slowly moving, taking over all former Black Cross land. Same with the Inquisition, now taking more and more and more land across the British Isles. I want to see them move into Ireland. What is that? Oh my lord, what am I looking at? Nosferatu lady? What? I have to get closer to the screen. What am I looking at? It's a monstrosity. I'm sorry. That is just the most horrible thing I've ever seen. Even more so than those dragon people, which I don't see anymore. Where'd they go? What'd you do with the dragon people? Let's get in. Let's get in here. White Roos. I know they're back down here. Some of them at least. They gotta be. I want to see the dragon people. Where are they? Oh, they got rid of them all. I can't believe it. I can't believe they've gone missing. This is bad news. This is bad. Found one. Perfect. Just look at him. Absolutely wild. The Black Hands religion. It's kind of weird that they're sort of there. Consulessor via the path of the Vizier. Okay. They've got the same thing as the Regalis. Are content to advise rather than directly rule. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Some more diversity going on there. What's Promethean? I was wondering about that. Also called the Firebranders, they're a sect of Cain knights who dream of recreating Carthage. Okay, that's what that is. That's what that is. Okay. Or Alger? No. Tariq is the Tariq El Umma is basically what Waya Christi is for Muslims. Kindred value little from its western counterpart. Yeah, the road to humanity for the Islamic kindred. Yeah, very good. Courts of the Golden Cross. Oh, okay. So the Inquisitors have lost all claims within Hispania. Poor guys. Oh, in the Ortis, these guys, the Mornau, have lost their Bohemian territory, unfortunately. It would be cool to see if states broke away from Inquisitors, if they like kept their religion, like they kept the Inquisition sort of faith. I know this is probably not what happened for this. Like they were probably just conquered by somebody else, that territory, and they just lost the war. Mornhout just probably lost the war, but I think that would be cool if there was any like schism within the Inquisitor factions and they both kept the same faith. I just haven't seen that yet. 1357 and the House of Mornau is completely dissolved, unfortunately. I first saw it when I noticed that the Red Court had been destroyed and that there were no abiders of that of what would you call it, Inquisition left in Italy. However, there are still some around here. Like there's some. Look at this. How there is Inquisition. I don't know how they got there in the first place, but there are some sort of guys right here. I don't know exactly how to get there. That people are Inquisition there. I think it's kind of fascinating, but I am still completely not sure on how they got there in the first place. But you know. On the bright side, the Inquisition is still here, and they are doing the work on the British Isles. Even if it seems that the rest of the world has sort of fallen, there is still the British Isles, who are a bastion of Inquisition and can send whatever rating, whatever they want from epicenters, their epicenters of I don't know, the Catholic Church, I guess. What is righteousness? Let's look at righteousness. Watchers over watchers. Okay. And what about the Celestial Tribe? I'm looking for like others, like the Forsaken, who are not vampires. Know what I mean? The Vidin. Okay, the Forsaken just lost. Okay, the Smaera is right here. He's still going. Anyone else? Forsaken map? doesn't appear so. Unfortunately for them, Sama is still working its way up through France here. They seem to be quite the power. Them and the followers of Set are sort of really distinguishing themselves. I wish there was like a world power list. That would be a great feature. We'll see if England. We'll see what England does because they've been slowly expanding in continental Europe. The county of Bedford, still an Inquisition. In terms of houses, they're both Knights of Acca. It's kind of crazy that the Knights of Acca are the only ones who found real success chased so far away from their homeland. You know what I'm saying? Know what I am saying? 1372, and Britannia has formed from the Grand Inquisitor Richard of the Knights of Acca. They are almost done with their complete conquest of the continent, though they are undergoing rebellions currently. Alright, we've just about hit the year 14,000 and we just hit it right there. And I think I'm going to leave it off here. Andalusia has formed the Kingdom of Hispania, and as it stands, as we can see, there are no changes. I don't know if you can tell it in my voice, but I just climbed a set of stairs, and now I'm winded. That's I gotta work out is what that is. But there are no sort of changes in terms of empires. Not really kingdoms either. Not even like as far as geography is concerned in the layout and setup they're in. There's really no difference. However, we are going to call it here. These are the great powers: Britannia here, Hispania, Viodoxate right here, the followers of Set, and the Scarlet Dragon Court. We did see a great showing by the sort of Inquisition. This is the only part of the map where they are left. The Inquisition, they are still right here, but just barely. The House Marnhau is sort of a shadow of its former self, and places like Swabia, Tyrol. What else we got? That seems to be like about it. Yeah. There are just patches, very small patches in mainland Europe that are left, and the only real epicenter of them is here. The only safe haven against all of the vampires can be found within the British Isles. So this is a great mod. I hope everyone enjoyed. I hope everyone had a good time. Sort of was inspired to give this a try. And I shall see you next time. See you around. Don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe, do everything you're supposed to do, and I'll see you.